Hey, Pardon My Take listeners, you can find every episode on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Prime members can listen ad-free on Amazon Music. On today's Pardon My Take, we have the playmaker, Michael Irvin, on the show. We talk about his career. We talk about the current state of the Cowboys, the dumpster fire that is the Cowboys, the current state of the U. Awesome interview coming up with Michael Irvin. We also have Hot Seat, Cool Throne, Guys on Chicks, Monday Night Football. All of it is brought to you by the Cash App. Pardon My Take is always brought to you by the Cash App. We are in the Cash App studio. The Cash App is the best app in the world. Cash App, super, super easy. Links directly to your bank account. And you can buy stocks. You can send money to friends, family. You can do everything with the Cash App. It is all right there. It is super easy to use, super easy to download on the Google Play Store or App Store today. And they're also giving away money all the time. Twitch, Instagram, Twitter. You need a cash tag, though. You need a cash tag if you want to get free money. And they're giving away money right this second. With code Barstool, you get $10 for free. $10 to ASPCA when you download the Cash App. Go do it right now. Use code Barstool. You get $10 for free, $10 to ASPCA. Download the Cash App. Cash App, Cash App, Cash App. We love the Cash App, so thank you to the Cash App. Okay, let's go.
Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Oh, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue.
It's Pardon My Take, presented by Barstool Sports.
Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by the Cash App. Go download it right now. Use code Barstool. You get $10 for free, $10 to the ASPCA. Today is Wednesday, October 28th, and the Chicago Bears fucking suck.
Are we saying that the Bears are who we thought they were?
Yes.
The Bears are who we thought they were.
They stink. They have no offense I went back and I looked, PFT. In the last 20 years, the Chicago Bears have finished worse than 50%, so half the league. They've finished in the back half of the league in offense 15 out of 20 of those years. Mm-hmm. It is the most Bears thing ever to just have an unbelievable defense and an offense that can't do diddly poo. And that's what we saw on Monday Night Football. It was an ass-kicking. It was a fucking ass-kicking.
I totally believe in just like team auras, right? Teams will have auras.
DNA.
The Chicago Bears
yes.
have DNA. It doesn't matter who's coaching the team. It doesn't matter the actual physical people that are inside that building. If you just live in the city of Chicago and play football, you suck at playing quarterback, and you have an awesome defense.
You can't move the ball down the field. This is why I've always said when everyone's like, well, we could have had Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes would have got hit by a bus if he had been a Chicago Bear. It's never going to be in the cards for the Bears to be able to move the football in any type. Like, the NFL has completely changed.
Thank you for saving Patrick Mahomes' life, by the way.
Yes, Ryan Pace deserves that. He should be out the door, but he should get credit for that. The NFL has completely changed. It is an offensive league. You see the ball going up and down the field, like passing left and right, points. Over-unders are 50, 52, 50, like shit that you wouldn't believe 20 years ago. And the Bears are still the exact same Bears where it's a struggle to score like a touchdown.
Yeah.
A touchdown.
So
they can't do.
I think you guys need to lean into your identity. Like, you need to absolutely own the fact that you will never be good at passing the football. You got to go single wing. You got to essentially run Air
Can't run it either.
Offense.
No offensive line.
But is that any different than it has been in the past? Like, yeah, you're running
Sometimes
game spin.
You can run it.
Occasionally you'll be able to run it okay. But not like, let's not go out here and try to have Nick Foles throw the ball 35 times a game. He obviously can't do that. And then I think that the whole like blow up between him and Matt Nagy, they got like Brian Griese put it out there on Monday Night Football, snitched on him a little bit. I think that probably got overblown a little bit.
I don't know. So I don't know, Jim. There was when the Bears suck on primetime, which they pretty much always do. The Bears are who we thought they were. Is like that win and when Corey Wooten ended Brett Favre's career. Those are pretty much the only good experiences. Maybe a couple, Cutler and Marshall in San Francisco. But the Bears on primetime will almost always embarrass anyone who roots for them. And so that moment where Brian Griese's like, Nick Foles doesn't even know, like the play calls don't make sense. They get called in, and he knows they're not going to work. So if you actually watch it, you can see Matt Nagy throwing in the play call, and you can see Mitch's face, and he actually is like, ugh, to the play call. So it was almost serendipitous that it all worked out exactly at that moment. Mitch Trubisky's listening to the play call in his ear and being like, whoa, that's not going to work. Because guess what it was? It was probably another fourth down where they're like, hey, let's run a jet sweep to Cordell Patterson and see if it works this time.
Right. It's like
can't block anything.
Like a waiter in Kansas City offering somebody, guess what? We've got a really nice salmon tonight. And the initial reaction is like, you know what? No, I'm gonna stick with the steak on that one. Yeah, it was. I feel like what was actually said probably got like. It was a combination of the timing of when it was broadcast on TV and also the translation to Brian Griese. But the bottom line is Nick Foles doesn't feel like he has a second to do anything.
No,
when he's back there passing.
I've said this before. Like Matt Nagy, I do not trust him as a play caller. I think he's a bad play caller. But no play caller will look good with that offensive line. So there's at least a little bit of a you could throw Andy Reid out there. You could throw Chip Kelly in his prime. No one is going to look good with an offensive line that bad. He just makes it worse.
You guys should just trade for Johnny Hecker. Have him be the quarterback.
Dude, Johnny Hecker, man.
High school
that
quarterback.
People
cheating. Don't talk about it a lot. And he's also just a beast of a punter. If you were to throw the ball on first down only and then punt every time it reaches second down with Johnny Hecker, your offense would actually be better than it has been for the last 3 weeks.
I would rather watch the defense than the offense, which is the ultimate Chicago Bears.
Watermelon punt.
With all of that said, and I think I'm still not going to apologize for 5-2. People getting confused. Have I said that the Bears were like an incredible team? I said I'm running the luck train. Like the Bears they have won very lucky games this year. They're not a very good team, but sometimes in the NFL you'll just get the lucky bounce and just ride it. So I'm not going to apologize for 5-2, and I think they might even beat the Saints on Sunday. They're not good, but they could get lucky and get in the playoffs that way.
I'm experiencing like a Zach Galifianakis at the casino blackjack table type moment right now because we've established that the Bears are who we thought they were.
Correct.
But also you are what your record says you are.
Correct.
So you're 5-2, but you're also who we thought you were,
which is not 5-2.
This is Schrodinger's Bears. Are they alive or are they dead?
You know what they are? They're a little bit better than average. So average being 8-8. No, they're actually an 8-8 team that just gets, because it really does come down to the NFL. 8-8 team can be 10-6 or 6-10 based on a couple lucky bounces, and that is exactly what the Bears are. They're an 8-8 team that had a couple lucky bounces to start the season.
Yes.
And if the couple lucky bounces continue, they could finish 10-6.
You need to be luckier than the average Bears team.
Right.
And get those extra 2 wins.
Last year they didn't have the luck. They obviously fell off a cliff. You know what I mean? That's kind of exact going back to the first point that's Chicago Bears football. It's like the good seasons are really just kind of lucky seasons.
We should also give a little bit of credit to the Rams, I guess.
They're good. No, they're good.
I agree with your take that they're playing too fast. That's Mickey Mouse football.
Man up.
When Sean McVay gets in his huddles and then he has his players shift around like it's a game of 3-card Monty at a carnival just to confuse the defense. We used to say back in high school, that's what happens when the other team knows they can't beat you.
Right.
They have to resort to the Mickey Mouse stuff.
They're just running up tempo. Yeah. Play man football, huddle up.
Just run the ball.
Run the ball,
down the
and
middle.
We'll stop your ass.
If you tell us that straight up you're going to run a fullback dive, maybe a halfback toss every third down when you're getting a little feisty, you let the defense know that and you can still beat them, then that's a man's football team.
Yes.
That's a team that you're proud to root for, not some rinky-dink Mickey Mouse Disneyland offense where you try to score more points than the other team like a fucking coward.
Cowards, exactly. No, the Rams are good. The NFC West is just incredible. Like top to bottom, all those teams are good or better than good. And, so that's kind of it. I don't really have anything else besides they are who we thought they were, and I do think they're going to beat the Saints on Sunday. I woke up this morning. I was so mad. I had a headache watching the Bears. That's when you know your team sucks, and also you just care a little bit too much. I was physically getting ill watching their offense, sitting on the couch on Monday night, and then I woke up this morning and I was like, +4 against the Saints at home, Drew Brees outside. Kind of like this spot.
What makes the Bears a little bit more frustrating than most teams when you're rooting for them, because I did bet on them last night, and there were times in the second half, like, don't get me wrong, they stunk. If you had bet on the Cowboys last Monday night, it was just like depressing the entire time. If you had bet on the Bears, there were like 3 or 4 times where you kind of opened your eyes a little bit. You're like, they just got a lucky break, maybe, and then Nick Foles throws like a 30-yard interception.
Or
like
misses a wide open guy.
Misses a wide open guy or throws an interception in the end zone. There were like 3 or 4 times where I was starting to think like maybe this could happen with a little bit of luck.
Yes.
Shades of that Arizona Cardinals. We are who they thought they were.
They keep you believing, and it's bullshit. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
I wasted sleep because of the Bears and that fucking terrible offense. So let's talk something that makes me feel a little bit better, the Cowboys. So the Cowboys were also in the news because Mike Nolan, as bad as the Cowboys have been, they're getting now to circus level. Mike Nolan had a Zoom with reporters, and it got interrupted because he had Tabasco on his fingers and rubbed his eyes. Mm-hmm. Do I have that right?
Yeah, well, he forgot to wipe his fingers off, and he started poking his eye. I don't know what he was doing, if he had like a bug in there or whatever it was. And then he started crying, and then his eye got red, and then he got distracted, and he had to end the Zoom call. I blame Jerry Jones for this.
Yep.
If you're a good owner and you've got someone as shitty as Mike Nolan that's still employed, he shouldn't be allowed to season his food or have any flavor. You need to treat him like he's in prison.
Yes.
Until he either quits on his own or decides that he's going to get better and be accountable and start to make improvements. You need to take away all salt, pepper. He should not be eating hot food or spicy food at all. So I put that on Jerry Jones. But it is one of these hilarious things. Like, you see shitty teams. This only happens to a bad team. There's no way that this happens. I know this has nothing to do with football. There's zero chance that the Chiefs would go through this right now.
Yes, no, and if you're a Cowboys fan and everything sucks right now, just know that once you step into this portion of the season, it's actually better. Because I've always thought that if your team's going to be bad, be a circus. Because a circus is fun. Mm-hmm. You know? Like, a circus is something you can laugh at. Be so dysfunctional that these stories come out and you're like, how is this happening? J.R. Smith throwing soup. Or, like, whatever crazy thing should happen, hope that happens so that you can root for just chaos.
Yeah, well, what's going to start happening now that this story got so much attention, there's going to be, like, a big magnifying glass on, like, every small thing about the facility, knowing that, like, any small mishap is going to be like, oh, look at the dumpster fire.
Yes.
Live look at the Cowboys. Like, somebody gets locked in the bathroom, and then that becomes
Dumpster
a
fire.
story.
Yep.
Whereas if this was a team that was, like, going to go 9-7 or 8-8, Ed Werder will overlook the fact that Mike McCarthy has locked himself in a bathroom stall for the 4th time this year.
Yes.
But if it's this comically hilarious team, Ed Werder is going to go live with like 2 cameras inside the bathroom
Yes.
to get comment from Mike as he's flushing the toilet with 1 foot. You know, all these weird things are going to come to light, and I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, Jerry Jones doing his mad press conferences. You can really... It's like the like post 9/11 when we had the threat level that they would put on the news every night, like where it is, you know, like it's green, it's red, it's yellow. Jerry Jones being agitated on his weekly radio hit is pretty much the threat level for the Cowboys and how their season is going. There'll just be a story. I think I didn't even hear it or whatever. I just saw like something just glanced by my eyes, being like, Jerry Jones apologizes for like hanging up on someone or being agitated with someone.
He told him to shut up.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean,
So,
any other owner in the NFL, like, you don't really, it's a major story. When it's Jerry Jones, since he does this radio hit every single week, you just kind of learn to ignore it. So today he said, there's an old adage, don't piss an old man off with a little money. Mm-hmm. It'll get you.
There you go.
Jerry's telling everyone you want to stay in the will.
He's threatening people.
This is a very dangerous Jerry Jones because he has nothing to lose.
He's cornered.
Jerry knows that he's probably going to die in the next 5 years if he keeps going the way he is. And God bless him. I'm sure that he wouldn't change a damn thing. But he also knows that, like, I need to get me some glory hole, as he would put it.
He might. I wouldn't be shocked if Jerry Jones tries to just change the rules of the salary cap, being like, no salary cap for these next 5 years.
Or just blatantly cheat and then let the next person deal
Bitcoin
with
everyone
him getting caught. Yeah.
Yes. All right, we're recording this after Game 6. We're going to put this into the show. We are all at home, but we are hopping on a Zoom because we figured World Series, The Dodgers have won the World Series. Our good, close, personal friend, Tommy Lasorda, is not going to kill himself. We need to recap the game. And I think we can all agree the game was Kevin Cash versus computer, and he let his computer fuck him in the face, and the Rays died by sabermetrics. And congrats to the Dodgers and Clayton Kershaw, Mookie Betts, and everyone else.
Yeah, I mean, the Houston Rockets officially killed numbers in basketball. I think the Tampa Bay Rays, we can ignore the fact that they probably shouldn't have been in the World Series to begin with if it weren't for those numbers. But those very same numbers came back to bite them in the ass. They got fucked by a spreadsheet tonight.
So for people who didn't watch, if you're watching The Bachelorette, if you were going to sleep early, Blake Snell started. I mean, that is the first sign that he fucked up. He took a Blake out of the World Series when he was absolutely dominating. Blake Snell was 73 pitches, two hits, 0 runs into the game, and up he had the next guys in the lineup. The next 3 guys were 0 for 6 with the next 4 guys in the lineup were 0 for 6 with 6 strikeouts. And he pulled him after a single in what was it, the bottom of the 6th, and was like, I'm yanking him. The computer says we got to go to the bullpen. I'm going to freak out. I'm a nerd. I've never realized that the game is played with emotion and humans and not on a spreadsheet. And then the Dodgers end up winning on a pass ball. Mookie Betts then scores on a grounder to first, and the computers have failed you. So computers lose, Dodgers win. That's the story of a great World Series.
Right. In the words of our good friend Matthew McConaughey, it's nerds versus dorks. Mm-hmm. Kevin Cash was a dork tonight. He should have been a nerd. A nerd is cool. A nerd would know. In fact, an asshole would have known. I think in a situation like this, in the postseason, if you have a team that's comprised of nerds in the front office controlling decision-making, you should have one asshole in the dugout. And during the playoffs, that asshole gets to fight the nerd or the dork that's telling them to do something completely against the asshole's gut feeling. You get one fight, you knock him out, you get to take that decision-making. Hire Tony La Russa to be the guy in your clubhouse that gets to fight the dork when he starts to manage with a spreadsheet. Because I don't know shit about baseball. I'll be dead serious about this when it comes to sabermetrics and all that.
You're a seamhead.
I'm talking about when it comes to sabermetrics.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know. I know everything about baseball, but when it comes to knowing about the numbers behind the game, I'm a shithead. I don't know anything, but I can tell you in this circumstance, you have to be a world-class dork to pull out Blake Snell.
Well, here's the only counter argument to everyone who is saying that Kevin Cash is an idiot and he totally fucked this up, which I happen to agree with. The only counter argument that you could throw out there is this is how the Rays have played the entire season. They have played this way the entire season, the old dance with the one that brought you. If this is how you're going to play, if the system has always worked and gotten you this far, follow the system and keep following the system in the World Series. But at some point, and it's kind of like a perfect microcosm for where we are with sports in general, at some point you have to realize the human element. Your guy is pitching an absolute stellar performance. And
twirling in a gym, that's what we call it.
He's absolute shoving, if you want to be a real seam head, he's shoving on the bump. And you then take him out because, you're the third time through the lineup, and this is kind of what you've done every single game. It's baffling. So I wanted a Game 7. I think we all wanted a Game 7. I am happy for Clayton Kershaw. I'm very happy for Magic Johnson. I'm very happy for Tommy Lasorda, Mookie Betts. I don't know who else. Are we happy for anyone else?
LeBron James finally gets a real title.
LA's title town. Walker Buehler's got a cool name. I'm trying to think who else is
a lot of good beards on the team too. I like
Cody Bellinger's cool. I'm cool with him. I'm tight with him.
I'm happy for the stadium. They've got a cool, nice retro feel in the stadium out there.
Yeah.
We were really high when we were in it that one time. It felt like a nice, warm, cozy place.
Yeah, the best was when we went out to Dodger Stadium and took edibles, and then those 50-year-old, I think they were real Hollywood type of guys, were standing in line with us and asked us what we did because people kept on coming up to us asking for pictures, and we were so high we couldn't describe what a podcast was.
Well, I think we were just in line for food, and our explanation was well, we're going to get too many helmets of ice cream. We're going to get some pretzels and the Dodger dogs and maybe some nachos, the ones that come in the plastic bag with the neon yellow cheese that you get to dip it into. And he was like, no, but what do you do? And we're like, we're snacking.
We are snacking chicken nuggets.
I did learn a fun fact about the third time through the lineup tonight. So that's going to be one little bit of information that I grasp onto for the next 50 years about how you always pull your former Cy Young winning pitcher out when it's the third time through the lineup, because it's tough to beat Belichick, 3 times in a year, or it's tough to beat anyone in football 3 times in a year. Same thing with baseball. So if you see the same batter 3 times, he's probably going to hit some taters off you the third time. The other only explanation I can give is if you're Kevin Cash, you just have to say, like, what happens if I ignore the computers and then 20 years from now, when they run the world, they look back in time and they want to know why I was insubordinate to the computers. So if you think about it from that perspective, Kevin Cash was right. It was future self-preservation on his part. So I guess he was playing chess while we were playing checkers.
Here's the only other thing I'll say that's positive about Kevin Cash tonight. Usually we blame managers when managers and coaches who clearly manage and coach for like the public consumption. It's the Pat Shurmur, like the box scores. They don't want to lose by 21, so they'll start punting when they're down 14 with like 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter, that kind of stuff. Kevin Cash doesn't give a fuck, because no one would have blamed him if he kept in Blake Snell and Blake Snell gave up a home run or hit there. Everyone would have been like, right choice. Instead, he was like, fuck this. I'm going to be bold, and it's going to blow up in my face, and I don't care. So the only other thing I'm thinking of is, like, what the hell does Blake Snell do when he gets in the locker room? Does he fight? Like, I think you have to take a swing at him. You have to take a swing. And by him, I mean Kevin Cash's computer, obviously.
I think, you can. So in terms of being a Blake, I think it's totally inbounds to take a baseball bat directly to the monitor and the CPU. Yes. Maybe fill up the entire shower down there in Arlington, and then throw the computer into the filled bathtub and just absolutely destroy it. But I think it's very un-Blake-like behavior to actually try to fight your coach. I think that Blake-like behavior would be get in your car, drive home after destroying the computer, crank up the Nickelback, and just like scream at the top of your lungs, holding the steering wheel on the way home. Yes.
Do we have the World Series MVP? I think it's probably Kevin Cash. Is that right?
They're awarding it right now.
Probably Corey Seager, but maybe Kevin Cash.
Let's see. If it was Kevin Cash app, he would have won. If he was Kevin Cash app, he never would have made such a risky decision.
I'm looking. We're gonna say it. Where's Tommy Lasorda too? Someone make sure they keep their eyes on Tommy Lasorda here.
I think Tommy's got to make sure. His trainer had to, or his physician had to stab adrenaline directly into his heart, like in Pulp Fiction.
Yes. All right. So they're about to announce it. Was it Mookie? Hank, can you find it? Can we find it?
Now. I guarantee you, Jake already knows.
I think it's Corey Seager. Yeah.
They're doing it now.
Yeah, but Jake knows like 5 minutes before everyone.
And everyone's going to be sappy about Clayton Kershaw. Justin Turner came out of the game because he had a positive COVID test. That sucks. So now he can't celebrate? Jesus. Damn. That's got to be the worst. You can't. They just didn't even. They were just like, yeah, he had a positive COVID test and just kept on trucking.
I'd also like to say that the Washington Nationals are still current regular full season World Series champions.
That is true.
For the record.
That had gone to Game 7. What the fuck would have happened?
What? Yeah, the COVID. Yeah, that's a great point, Hank. Holy shit! I didn't even think about that. Keep Tommy away from them. Wait, yes. How does the whole team must have it?
So the whole team is probably at high risk of infection. Rob Manfred is going to get COVID. He wasn't where he is. Did you see like 2 seconds ago? Rob Manfred got up to the podium. He was just standing next to all the Dodgers players, and he just stuck his finger all the way inside of his nose. Rob Manfred probably just gave himself COVID during the World Series trophy presentation.
It's so funny that Rob Manfred's about to boast about successfly finishing this season while the World Series champions all have COVID now.
Oh my God, get Magic Johnson away from them too.
Yes.
Yeah, that's bad. He should not be on the field right now.
All right, I'm just going to say it's Corey Seager. The World Series MVP is Corey Seager. They're taking way too long to announce it. Rob Manfred picked his nose. Like you said, PFT got booed. The Dodgers owner gave the longest, weirdest speech. I'm out. Thank you, baseball. Thank you for coming back for your 60-game season. This was a fun World Series. It actually was very entertaining.
Yeah.
And I will miss baseball as soon as we realize we have no sports on tomorrow night. We literally have no sports tomorrow night for the first time in 3 months. So thank you. I appreciate baseball.
We sleep on Wednesday. That's
Yes.
what our motto is. Hank, I have one last question for you. Do you think that Brian O'Halloran, is that his name? Brian O'Halloran, the GM for the Red Sox, do you think he gets a World Series ring?
Probably not. I don't think so. No. He
No.
might get fired.
You sure?
Get fired.
Mookie Betts. Yeah.
Maybe he gets a job. Maybe this is a long play on his part.
Yeah. Yeah.
We all that matters is space. Like you can have a World Series ring, or you can have room to maneuver. And I think the
That's
Red
right.
Sox
You guys could get
make moves.
100 players.
Right. It's you got to think big picture, PFC.
Yeah.
And also imagine all that all the tax you would have had to pay. The payroll tax would have been just astronomical. So from a financial standpoint, I think we can all agree in a pandemic, the Boston Red Sox are the real winners.
Tiger meme. How can I will never financially recover from this. There you go. All right, let's get to our ad, and then we'll do Hot Seat Cool Throne. Hot Seat Cool Throne brought to you by our friends at Hooters. Hooters are the presenting sponsor of the Sportsbook House in Philly, and we couldn't be more excited. They're our only choice for wings and the perfect partner for all the sports this fall. In October, as we do every year, we're focused on raising money to fight breast cancer with donations, all benefiting the V Foundation. Guests can round up their check at the restaurant, make a donation online, Hooters.com/give, or buy one of a select handful of our pink drinks featured cocktails on the menu where part of the proceeds are donated to the cause. Last year, Hooters raised $700,000 in October, and over the years, they've raised $6 million. That's incredible. That's awesome. So make a breast cancer donation online, Hooters.com/give, or buy one of the select handful of their pink drinks featured cocktails. Also, use code STOOL for $10 off any order over 30. That's just free food right there. Use code STOOL for $10 off any order over 30 when you go to the Hooters app. So do that right now. Thank you to Hooters. They, like I said, they're sponsoring the Sportsbook House in Philly. They've been a great sponsor. They've been awesome. And if you enjoy Hooters wings, you should probably just go use code STOOL at the Hooters app. You get $10 off their delicious wings, $10 off any order over 30, and you can do some good with Hooters.com/give or buy one of those pink drinks that they have, the featured cocktails on the menu, where part of the proceeds are donated to the V Foundation. So thank you to Hooters. Appreciate it. Use code STOOL one more time for $10 off any order over 30 on the Hooters app. Okay, Hot Seat Cool Throne, Henry.
Daniel.
In his conductor pants.
Rude.
What do you think about Hank's pants?
Do those have a zipper on the knee? Is that a knee? You got a knee zipper? That's just for drugs, isn't it?
No, listen.
Anytime I see a zipper pop up in a place that I'm not used to seeing,
I wear
it's like,
sweatpants
that
to work
is
every
for
single
a
day.
dime bag.
You're
The
wearing
one day I wear
you're-
normal pants. Pick you're wearing shoes that are 17 different colors.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Let me see-
These are pretty
Big
nice.
Cat, let me see
actually.
those
Oh,
clown
yeah?
shoes.
Yeah.
Literally, they're
Yeah.
Let me see your
and
clown
they're
shoes, Big
nice.
Cat.
You can't match them
And-
with anything because they're 100
Yikes.
different colors.
Wow.
Who would ever
Really
wear
lashing
weird
out?
shoes
I mean,
like that?
you're wearing pinstripes.
I'm wearing nice pants. Sorry, one day a week of my life, I was like, I'm going to wear
They're
pants
cargo
that I would wear
pants.
out
They're
in my
cargo
social life.
pants.
Just because they
TFT's
have-
wearing teal sweatpants.
Yeah, I am. Just
You're
because
wearing
going at each
clown
other.
shoes,
pants,
and you're coming at me for wearing pants with stripes.
It looks like you're the head chef at an Applebee's.
Yes.
That's what those. You got the baggy, like
You
they're-
sell us a bag of Coke behind the fucking dumpster.
You don't even watch fucking Mandalorian. You're wearing a
Yeah,
Baby
you
Yoda
do,
sweatshirt.
Baby Yoda,
you
dude.
fucking poser.
Baby Yoda. I'm trying to sell
Poser.
merch.
Poser.
Hank, you're wearing a trucker hat despite you don't have a driver's license.
Oh,
That's not true. I do have a driver's
yeah,
license.
but I wouldn't ride with you.
We're roasting each other.
Anyway, speaking of things that you roast me for, my hot seat is vacations.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
So everyone knows, I'm a huge advocate of vacations. People in the United States, especially you guys, there's a lot of vacation shaming that goes on there.
Rightfully
the latest
so.
victim, Kim Kardashian West.
no.
I don't know if you guys saw this, but today she posted on Twitter. It's her 40th birthday. She posted a long thread. I don't know if she thought how she thought this was going to go for her, but it didn't go well. She said, after 2 weeks of multiple health screens and asking everyone to quarantine, I surprised my closest inner circle with a trip to a private island where we could pretend things were normal for just a brief moment in time. And like in this thread, she was talking about how great it felt to be, feeling normal, and everyone was just like, who the fuck has the ability to take 50 people to a private island?
Normal.
So she was getting vacation shamed, and as someone who is an advocate for vacations, it's sad to see.
That's an advocate for vacation.
It's sad to see. So vacations are on my hot seat.
Did she take her family there, or like Kanye?
Her family, no Kanye.
Okay, so
Devin Booker was on the guest list.
Okay, so what this
50
was,
people.
How many Phoenix Suns were on this guest
Just
list?
one.
Okay. I know what this is. This is just like straight up a let's get away from Kanye weekend, which I think acknowledge
Coincided with Joe Rogan, Kanye. Yeah, that makes sense. So wait, she was like, yeah, this is just, we wanted to pretend like life is normal.
We danced, rode bikes, swam near whales, kayaked, watched a movie on the beach, and so much more.
Normal shit.
I realize that for most people, this is something that is so far out of reach right now. So in moments like these, I'm humbly reminded of how privileged my life is.
Right now?
Hashtag this is 40.
It's out of reach all the time for all of us. I like that.
Listen, most people during a pandemic can't go to Bali and set up a movie theater screen on the sand and watch a preview of Tenet. But we can, and once this all gets back to normal, I'm hoping that all of you will be able to do that as well.
People who've lost their job being like, what I really miss is being able to take 50 people to a private island.
I still don't want to see Tenet. That movie really got fucked.
Yeah?
Big time.
Yeah.
Why is everybody... Tenet is the Deshaun Watson of movies. Everyone feels bad for Tenet coming out this year, and like no other film that was going to come out this year or next. It's like all about Tenet.
True.
The reason why I'm mad about Tenet is because I get confused watching the trailer. If you're going to make a confusing movie,
it was confusing as shit too. Everyone like movie sounds like,
when is it coming out?
Well, it like came out, but it was like in states where you could go to the movies, which was like no states.
Is that phone ringing?
Do we have a phone in this studio? Pick it up.
Pick it up. Yeah. What the hell?
Let me turn the phone thing on.
What is going on? Phone? Who's calling? Lenny? Mad?
Pick it up.
Hey, Susie. Yes,
we
patch
sent
him through.
You several notices in the mail that you have yet to extend your warranty past the factory cutoff. And this is a courtesy call to renew your warranty.
Did you think this wasn't a computer?
If you're interested in renewing your auto warranty now, please press 5 now.
Press 5, Hank.
Or press 9 to be removed from our list.
Let's talk to him.
Did you think that was a real person there? Oh.
I don't know. All right.
Did you not press 5?
I did, but it wasn't going through. I don't even know if... I don't think our phone system works like that.
I wanted to talk to...
The clown pants aren't funny.
Royalty.
All right.
Wow, Hank.
He's looking me up and down.
Yeah. Jeans Hank would have passed that call through.
I don't even wear fucking jeans.
Mm-hmm. He's looking me up and down.
At least that's one of the jumpsuits I got you for Christmas last year when you guys didn't get me a gift.
Yeah, we got the gift of you taking another vacation.
No, I haven't. I
bought you a gift. But
we literally gave you our vacation.
My gift for you literally expired before you got back for me to give it to you.
Mm-hmm. We told Erica Hank will take our vacations.
I like your pants. Positive vibes.
Thank you, Billy.
Wait. You're happy that Billy said he likes your pants?
Yeah, he's not fucking 100 years old like you guys. So I actually, it's good to be in touch with
fashion?
the kids.
It looks like a braille word for corduroy.
No, he looks like a train conductor in a fucking children's book that I'm going to read to my son tonight.
It's drip. I don't have much drip.
I got that Polar Express drip going on.
Henry the sad train conductor. Choo choo.
Jeez.
My cool throne is justice.
Law and Order Hank?
Okay.
Yeah.
Big fan of ACB.
The NCAA is back. UMass girls tennis team got stripped of an A10 title in 3 years of wins.
What?
Because they self-reported reimbursing a player for a $252 phone jack in their room. So like the players, they didn't know that they had the phone jack, and they were like, we didn't know this was part of our dorm or whatever.
Why did they need a $252 phone jack?
No, they didn't know it was in their room. So they got charged for it, and they were like, we didn't know this was in our room. So UMass was like, we'll pay for your phone jack because we didn't tell you guys this was in your room.
Got it.
Then they're like, just to be safe, we'll report this. And then they got stripped of 3 years of wins and an A10 title.
Okay, well,
justice is on the cool throne.
We will no longer acknowledge those 252 wins are their A10 title on this show.
We're gonna have to take back all the parties we threw.
What's a phone
we're gonna have to delete at least 7 episodes.
What the hell's a phone jack?
It's a phone
No,
jack?
that's actually a fair question for someone your age.
Like, is it like a
Mike.
charger?
No, you plug your phone into the wall.
Right.
And you know what like an Ethernet cable looks like? That little weird blinky thing at the end?
Yeah.
That
And then
goes into
your
your phone,
phone.
and then you can use your phone to make phone calls.
House phone. Like a landline? The landline.
Billy's
Oh,
looking
well.
at a picture of it right now.
I mean,
Oh,
it's a
okay,
totally
It's like
fair
an
question.
Ethernet cable, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's totally
why
fair
you-
It's an
question.
Ethernet cable for boomers.
But why would you have that in a hotel room?
No, like their dorm.
Because you used to have to use a phone in your dorm room that wasn't a cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
These girls were on scholarship, and they got put in a room. They got charged for having a phone jack in their room.
Oh, gee. Oh.
So then they were like, "This is bullshit because we don't even use a fucking phone jack because we're not like boomers." So then the team was like, "All right, we'll give you the $252 that you got charged for it." Bang!
That's fucked
Got
up.
it.
Wins vacated.
No,
Got 'em.
I agree with Justice. If
Yep.
you don't listen, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for everything. And you need to draw a line. Man's got to live by a code, and this code is no handouts.
Good hot seat, cool throne, Hank.
Thanks
Great
that it?
job. Yeah.
Is that it, Hank?
for hot seat, cool throne.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. My hot seat is toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity.
shaming because
is-
people shame each other for clothes they wear.
Oh,
No, that's
whatever.
not toxic masculinity.
Yeah, it is. That's
Whatever,
toxic as
Hank.
fuck.
It's not.
You look-
That's boys being boys.
No, that's
Yeah.
PMD special.
You look like a waiter at Al Capone's funeral.
Yeah, you definitely. Yeah, you look like a Halloween costume. You're wearing the bottom half of a Halloween costume at an Orange County,
It's just
like adult Halloween party in California. Check it out. Hey,
Okay.
hey, you like my gun, my Tommy gun?
You look like you're at a janitor-themed bar mitzvah.
Dude, you dress yourself blind. Yeah. Like everything you're wearing is free. I don't think
Yeah,
you ever
fact.
like put together.
But I would never wear anything like that. It's more.
Yes, it would. If I gave
Hey,
it to you, if I was like, "Hey, PFT, we got sent these pants," you'd wear them the next day.
Hank, is it more embarrassing that I'll wear this or that you'll pay money for that?
You.
Anyways,
Oh, we're gonna have to tweet out a picture. This basically became the pants
it's,
show.
it's going to be a fit off. It's going to be a fit off. We'll put it up on a poll. What? Billy?
What, Billy?
His pants look like a Lazy Town character, which is kind of like in now. Like I don't participate, but it's like I get what he's going for.
Yeah, no, they're like the pants that Lou Pearlman gets to wear in jail.
R.I.P. Well, not really.
No.
Did you say R.I.P. for
Is-
guys like
is he
that?
dead?
I'm pretty sure. I mean,
The guy from Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah,
dude,
wait.
he's fat as fuck.
No, he's
You
the
don't
guy
think
that
he's dead?
managed Backstreet Boys.
Oh, big time dead.
He's dead.
yeah,
DED
but
dead?
no, we don't do R.I.P. for him.
No,
I
we're
feel like he
not.
got canceled and died.
We're
Just
just
be like, thanks.
We're just-
thank God he's dead.
That's
R.
fucked up.
That we call
R
that
for
the
him.
Siciliano. No, Jake's
Jake's
mad
mad.
about that. All right.
All right, my hot seat is toxic masculinity. So there was a guy from Pro Football Focus who said that, in my humble opinion, IMHO, attacking the Cowboys for not going after Bostic, who by any means wasn't a threat to Dalton anymore, is toxic masculinity at its peak. So this guy from Pro Football Focus, I think he's in Germany. He's a German guy, right, Billy?
They love
And so-
hiring guys not from America to tell us.
They do. They
how
do.
to watch our sport.
America's team and
That's
America's
toxic.
sport.
Yeah.
that
Well,
is.
You want toxic masculinity?
That's toxic Germaninity.
Yeah. Stop talking about our sport, bro.
Forgive me.
Stick to fucking Bayern not covering the spread today.
Forgive me for not wanting to trust what a German has to say. A bunch of people with stars on their shirts. I'm not going to go down that road, but you're
Nope.
taking me there. Pro Football Focus, moo. But he said basically that we should not be shaming the Cowboys for not defending Andy Dalton. Meanwhile, every person that's ever played football has responded and been like, "This is incorrect."
yes.
Because
Let's shame 'em.
because there is something to be said for like you send a message to the person that's going to hit your next quarterback. Late.
Absolutely.
So like, and if you don't have your one, Billy, you probably can speak to this better.
I actually-
when you got knocked out, did your offensive lineman have your back?
They did have my back, but you're not supposed to touch the person who's knocked out. This is actually a very important fact for viewers out there.
Why?
Because when they banned smelling salts, it was because that the unconscious people would jolt their heads back after smelling them, and if they had a fracture in their neck, it would crack their neck and make them paralyzed. So you're not supposed to touch someone
That
who's
is
knocked
a
out.
complete urban
Got it.
legend.
It's not. That's why they banned smelling salts. That's
You
why.
smelling
That's
salts every weekend.
Right, but
every
they
single weekend.
But that's why they don't give people who are knocked out smelling salts anymore because they jolt their head back and it moves their neck and can cause a serious neck injury. So the Cowboys should not have been touching the lifeless not moving Andy Dalton on the floor because
They should have been
could've-
fighting.
Yeah, they should have been
Should have
fighting.
been
You shouldn't be
fighting.
touching.
Also,
No
yeah,
touching, only fighting.
Exactly.
I agree with that. Or call the police.
Call the professionals.
That's what Pro Football Focus guy wants you to do. If you see something like happen to your quarterback, don't be a hero. Call law enforcement over and have law enforcement take care of it.
That's
Train
also
staff.
just a classic case of a guy just trying to be like, everyone thinks this. Let me show you how I think differently.
It's a nerd that learned about a very serious issue that heard somebody talk about toxic masculinity one time. He's like, I'm going to fit this into everything that I write about now.
We're not saying like go kill John Bostic. We're saying like, hey, maybe have a problem with your quarterback's head getting taken off.
Hold him accountable.
Hold him accountable.
So it doesn't happen again.
So exactly. So it doesn't happen to Gucci Danucci.
Yes, he's in trouble now.
Like if somebody comes over to your house and like hits your dog, but then they're not hitting your dog anymore. Are you going to be like, okay, we're cool now, just don't do it again?
Let me just make sure my dog's okay first.
Yeah,
I'll fucking kill that.
You're
person.
going through the plate glass window. I'm not going to ask you if you want to stick around and fuck my wife. I'm going to throw you out the front door.
Yeah, Charles Barkley ass.
Boom.
Throwing him out the window. All right, what's your cool throw?
Oh yeah, sorry, get a little worked up on that
Yeah,
hot
that's
seat.
toxic masculinity. We're fucking worked
Hand
into
up.
a lather.
Hand up. I just
got
killed a guy in my head.
Yeah, we just
a
got
guy that attacked Leroy.
so jacked up. We went literally like 3 minutes without mentioning Hank's pants.
Yeah. That'd be a good name for the brand of those pants. It's just toxic masculinity. Right, Hank?
What's your cool throw?
My cool throne is being a human being.
Oh.
So, Baseball Prospectus has announced that they are no longer allowing writers to refer to players as being assets. So, Baseball Prospectus is a magazine. What do you call it? A quarterly?
Sure.
A journal?
Who cares?
It's something. And what they've done for the last 25 years, their whole reason for existence has basically been to distill baseball down to numbers games and like a spreadsheet and be like, here's what's being undervalued, here's what's being overvalued. And now they've realized through the Astros accomplishing what they've accomplished that maybe they should talk about players like they aren't numbers anymore.
So this is kind of like when they don't do disabled lists anymore. It's injured reserve.
Yes.
What is it?
No, it's
What is it? What is it instead of disabled list?
D-word abled list.
IL, injured list.
IL, that's right.
IL. R-word list.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. These are the type of decisions that people make that you're just playing into the angry guy online. Like you make a decision about a fucking word that no one has ever thought twice about. They now can just argue about like they're trying to take away our word's asset.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. You can't even say asset anymore.
Huh?
Sorry if this offends.
Yeah.
But it's funny because Baseball Prospectus has been, like their entire mission statement has been pissing off guys like that
Right.
for other reasons. And now they're like doubling down. They're saying, hey, we're going to call ourselves out on being problematic.
Getting all the way in.
Even though they created this entire movement that's going on right
Correct.
now where players are literally looked at as only assets.
Correct.
Like the
Correct.
Tampa Bay Rays, they have a
Asset
roster of
laden.
They are all assets.
Right.
They are thick. Their assets are prime and plump.
All right, my hot seat is myself. Ready for this, Hank? Myself. I'm on the hot seat for doubting my friend Henry Lockwood because, Henry, you said to me on Monday that just you wait about the Coco and your football teams. Well, I'm sorry, Hank. You were right. This coronavirus thing, we should probably shut down all the seasons because Graham Mertz has the Coco and so does Chase Wolf, and they're thinking about canceling the Wisconsin-Nebraska game. And, Hank, you were right.
Thank you.
100% you were right.
I know.
Yeah.
I appreciate your apology.
So, I'm sorry.
Apology accepted.
Why do you keep looking me up and down?
He's eyeing you.
He's eyeing me.
He's sizing you up.
hard.
I sit directly across from you. I have no choice.
All right, but yeah, this sucks.
So
Everything sucks.
What are you going to do? Vandenboom time?
Vandenboom. Or just cancel the season and become like, maybe I'll just become Dan Woken.
Yeah.
And just be like, they should never have played to begin with.
Literally.
But also keep the 1-0 record.
Dan Woken Cats. Dan Woke Cats.
Yes, I'm down for that. Like, I'm down to just shift and be like, you know what? The Big Ten was a bad idea.
Yeah, well, I mean, 21 days is a lot.
It's so stupid.
But
God damn it, is it
Can I just
stupid.
admit to something?
Yeah.
Hand up. I have no idea what's the right amount of days.
I don't either,
I'm an
but
idiot.
21 just feels
It
long.
sounds like a lot of
Way
days.
too many days.
It sounds like way longer than 14 days
Way
or even 10
too many
days.
days. Way too many days.
You know what you can do to your body in 21 days? I could completely transform my body in 21 days.
All right, my cool throne is everyone, all the LeBron haters out there, because we got officially an asterisk on this title via Pat Riley. Ever heard of him? He knows sports. He knows basketball. He said the other day, they beat us fair and square. They were the best team, but there's always going to be an asterisk, that caveat. If we had Bam and Goran was our leading scorer in the playoffs at 100%, it could have gone to 7 games or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Fact.
So there you go. He said, there it is. And then someone asked to clarify, because they're like, hey, dude, sounds like you put an asterisk on this whole thing. And he's like, let me just clarify real quick. The asterisk is next to the Heat's name, not the Lakers. Their title is legitimate. Our loss has an asterisk.
Oh, I like that.
The Lakers were the better team, period.
So the Heat could kind of claim co-champions.
Correct.
Yeah, okay, so here's...
So it's not actually LeBron hating. It's just it's stating the fact that the Heat would have been better.
We've finally figured out how this shakes out. LeBron and the Lakers, NBA champions. Miami Heat, NBA champions, asterisks.
Correct.
They get the asterisks for their championship.
Correct.
Congratulations, Jake, to your 2020 Miami Heat
Asterisks.
NBA
Thank
champions.
you. You too,
Asterisks.
PSG.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you,
Yes.
Jimmy Butler. Great player.
Yes.
Number 1 overall.
Yes.
Asterisk.
Back-to-back
huge.
2021.
That's huge. Billy, you got her hot seat cool throne?
Yes, my hot seat is the United States of America. Now, we've been we've been talking about this for a long time. We've been in a big denial about the whole thing. But finally, a murder hornet nest has been found within the United States borders in Washington.
Yeah, but
and
we-
100 to 200 murder hornets have been found.
But we sucked that thing dry, right? We stuck a vacuum up its
The
ass.
queen is still in the tree. They have not been able to get it out.
How can you tell if
Cut
it's
the
queen?
tree
How
down.
many murders have they committed?
Yeah.
The murder hornets have
Yeah.
arrived, and they're breeding, and they're here. And we should be afraid.
Why
No, I'm not going
we
to. I
should be afraid.
refuse.
Why
I
can't
refuse
we
to be
either-
afraid.
Until they
One-
murder someone,
They're
they're not murder
they're
hornets.
They're
they murder.
pussies.
Hot seat us.
Second degree.
Hot
We've
seat,
been
not
denying
us.
it. We've been denying it for
Manslaughter
months, and
hornets.
they're finally
Second-degree
here.
murder hornets.
Lame ass.
You know what they
murder
are?
hornets.
Right now, they're just trespassing hornets.
They're here.
Yeah, they haven't done shit.
Billy, you would hang out with
Wearing
this
space
shit.
suit. No,
Oh,
I was in
little
denial.
murder
I was in denial.
hornets.
I was in denial, but I think we should start taking them seriously.
Okay,
Nope,
so
they're on our
one,
soil.
here's some creative solutions. 1, cut down the tree like Big Cat said. Number 2, just light that entire area of
Yep,
the forest on
burn
fire.
it. Yeah. Burn the whole fucking
Boom.
forest.
Right, let's light the Western Forest on fire. Perfect. All
Right.
right. Cool
Yeah,
Throne.
Did we
Yes.
stutter?
Otherwise, there'd
throne.
be murder hornets everywhere, Billy.
Cool Throne. Pirates.
Okay.
Pirates back off the coast of England. Heard there's some pirates.
Oh, really?
You
Yeah.
did. You say that like you just like
I
heard it like through.
I heard it.
Like someone just was like, "Hey, Billy, you hear about these pirates?"
There's some pirates.
Where did you hear it?
I saw it on the internet. There's pirates.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if they're
Sorry.
doing traditional
Billy's
piracy.
Billy's Hot
Like
Seat
Tom
Cool
Hanks?
Thrones is just trying to get Billy's sources out of him.
Uh-huh.
No,
no.
where
I
did
mean,
you hear
to be
it?
fair, saying I saw it on the internet is better than most of Billy's sources.
Yes.
So, like, I heard this guy in Penn
heard it.
Station
There's
say
some
it.
pirates.
Where?
Okay,
Where?
what
Tell me
type
more
of
about
pirate?
They
pirates.
did little hijacking of the pirates.
What-
oil
the
ship?
Yeah.
the pirates hijacked
That's
an
been
oil
a
ship.
thing.
Yeah, but they haven't done it in a long time.
They made a whole
Then you know
movie
that.
about it.
Cool Throne.
I'm the captain
Look at me.
now.
But that
Pirates
was
of
like
the
10
Caribbean.
years
Look at me.
ago.
Look at me,
Pirates
Billy.
are back.
No, what? That was about like present day,
No, but there's pirates now.
right?
There was pirates when they made the movie.
Right, but that was like 10 years ago.
You think there was stopped being pirates?
There's been a pause, the 10-year dormant
the
period of pirates.
Yeah.
Pirates were like, oh damn, Tom Hanks is in a movie with us. Like we should probably.
Tom
chill out
Hanks
for a
has
minute.
That probably
COVID.
inspired more
Pirates.
people to be pirates.
Absolutely, made the pirates look awesome.
Yeah. Well, now there's pirates.
I mean,
I didn't hear about pirates since then.
If
Now
you
there's
were
pirates.
a Somali pirate, you'd be like, damn, they caught that pedophile. Let's all be pirates so we can catch a bunch of pedophiles.
Exactly.
I don't actually. Yeah.
Anyway, next Cool Throne,
Yeah.
my hedgehog outpicked Leroy. Went
Wow.
4-2
Uh-oh.
on the week, past 4 days.
What happened to positive vibes, Billy?
Yeah, it's not very
Positive
positive. I mean,
vibes.
Leroy's still
Yeah.
5
Very
and
tank
1.
down.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Anyway,
Really just running up the score.
Sad that you have to drag others down to build yourself up.
I'm just saying they went head to head and hedgehog won.
Okay.
Okay. Great job, Bill.
All right. Good job, Billy. Good job. All right. Let's get to our interview with Michael Irvin. Before we do that, we told you about how we've been using Amazon Music for a while. It's been amazing from the start, but it just got better For a limited time, you can get your first 3 months of Amazon Music Unlimited for free. That's access to 70 million songs, so you can play the songs you want, when you want, on demand, and ad-free for free for 3 months. If you want to stream for free, Amazon Music still has over 1 million podcast episodes at no charge, along with thousands of stations and top playlists. So go right now, Amazon Music Unlimited. We've been using it. We've been loving it. You can do your hands-free listening with Alexa. You can do different stations. It's awesome. Amazon Music is the best. You can listen to everything for free for 3 months. Like we said, you're going to love Amazon Music Unlimited as much as we do. Take advantage of this incredible offer today for a limited time. You get 3 months of Amazon Music Unlimited for free. So we're giving it away for free. Go to Amazon.com/take. That's Amazon.com/take to get your first 3 months of Amazon Music for free. Starts at $7.99 a month afterwards. New subscribers only. Terms apply. Offer expires January 11th, 2021. But go right now. You can listen to this podcast. You can listen to 70 million songs. I listen to all my songs. Amazon Music Unlimited. Go to Amazon Music, Amazon.com/take, Amazon.com/take right now, and you get first 3 months absolutely free. That is a great deal. So go right now, Amazon.com/take. Okay, here he is, Michael Irvin. Let's just get into it. So we have Michael Irvin on, Pro Football Hall of Famer, needs no real introduction, 3-time Super Bowl winner, the playmaker. You know him. You love him. Cowboys, Miami legend. So we're talking about you being someone who doesn't have AirPods, and you have the cords just dangling out there, all screwed up on. I mean, look at them. They look like a mess.
Just like this right here. Just like that right there. You just leave that like that. That means action. That means you got action on this cord.
You got action on the cord. So are a lot of people yelling, Mike, I want a picture, and you probably don't even have anything on in your ears. You just have the cord. You're doing the fake out, right?
But listen, and it's not. And I don't mind taking pictures. I really don't. Now, but this is the case. And you guys should get some of this. You guys know you're the number one podcast, so you know people like to take on the discussions that you've had, and when they see you, they want to get in what they got to get in because they watch you on TV or they watch you or they listen to you on the podcast. And they'll come back and Michael, you remember 2 weeks ago when you guys were talking about the Giants? I'm going to tell you something.
Yep.
And you said, I'm like, dude, we've had a bunch of conversations and I have to. So I try to keep moving from that. Now, if someone's up on me, and as long as we're not in a bar and there's alcohol around, I don't mind taking a picture with you. But now if we're in a bar and we're out having a drink, something, don't ask me to take a picture in this bar. There's nothing good coming out of that. I'm a 50-year-old man, and we're sitting here, and we got at restaurants, outside, we can do all of that, but not at a bar.
Yeah, and if you have one beer in your hand, people assume that that's your 10th beer of the night, no matter what. After the picture's taken, there's no context. It's like, actually, I only had 7 of them in 3 shots. Mm-hmm. Totally different. Get that taken out of context real fast. Well, I want to talk to you right off the bat. You said you came in hot to this Zoom call. We asked you how you were doing. Yeah. You said, don't ask me that damn question. I'm mad because the Dallas Cowboys are in the state that they're in right now. You are very in tune with the Dallas market with Jerry Jones. What's Jerry inclined to do right now? Is he thinking about firing Mike McCarthy?
I don't think Jerry's ready to go there. And I think right now what's saving it all is everybody's being able to put what's happening on the pandemic. Mm-hmm. We've had situations. And quite honestly, though, I give them no excuse for this. I'm just giving the reality of this. I don't think we've seen a team hit by injuries like the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know if ever in the history of the NFL, you're both offensive tackles, not just offensive tackles, these 2 Pro Bowlers gone. Your starting Pro Bowl center retires on you. Then the second guy, he goes and get hurt. He's out. Zach Martin was the only guy that was consistent, and then he's in and out of the lineup. And then not only do you lose your whole offensive line, because, guys, I tell people all the time, if there's one guy missing, you can kind of hide that in the midst of an offensive line. And you'll struggle when there are two guys. But you start getting 3 and 4 missing, you're back to backup guys. And I jokingly say it all the time, and I said it last week on our show. Like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear nothing about damn offensive linemen. Listen, I tell my kids when I do camps, when I do football camps, I tell all my young kids, all my young offensive linemen, I give them the rule, the number 3 rule. Here's the rule of threes. The rule of threes. When you grow up, you're going to be 300 pounds. The guy across from you, he's 300 pounds. All you have to do is stay in front of him for 3 seconds, and some team will pay you $300 million. One day. And I know it sounds crazy, but that's really true. And by the time they get, because these kids are 8, 9, 10 years old right now, by the time they get in the league, that number will be apropos. We got offensive linemen getting $100 million contracts already. So you're 300 pounds, he's 300 pounds. Figure out a way to stay in front of him for 3 seconds, and somebody will pay you 300 millies.
Okay, so you are famously very competitive guy, one of the hardest workers, the stuff of legends in your workouts. Is there even a small part of you that sees the Cowboys? I know you love the Cowboys, you love Jerry Jones, but they've never been the same since Playmaker retired. Is there a small part of you that's like, yeah, that was because of me? Like, I'm the guy?
It's just
yeah.
Maybe a real small part.
Yeah, no, and he's putting his hands apart even farther. Yeah.
Right. And you bring up a great point to this, and this is what I talk about now. Like, imagine the position that Dak Prescott is in. These are your guys. When I got hurt in Philadelphia in 99 and I had to retire, and I remember watching the game. I was, going to the game. I want my boys to do well because they're my boys. But I also want to be missed because I'm human. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to know that I matter. We all do. Every human being, I don't care who you are, how righteous you think you are, and straight and justified. You want to matter. Everybody wants to matter. We all want affirmation and confirmation. We want to matter. So Dak has to be sitting there saying, "Oh my God, those are my guys," but I want to be missed, and he should know he is being missed. Oh my God, because what I see right now with Andy Dalton, God bless him, they were averaging 36 points a game with Dak, and now they're averaging 6. That's 30 points. If I'm Dak, I'm saying, Jerry, every time you trot somebody else out there, he's making me money. So let's just sit on back to this table, let my leg get healed up, and you give me my money. Yeah. So it's an interesting thing. Yeah, you want your guys to do well, and that's a conundrum, but you want to be missed.
Yeah, I appreciate the honesty there because some guys won't admit that, but I think you're absolutely right.
I know.
It's human nature.
I'm a football player. No, I'm with my team. I want my team to do well. Shut up lying. Stop lying, man. Stop. You just stop it. We're all human.
I actually think that if you had that attitude where it was like, yeah, you are not wanting to be missed, you're not a little bit upset that they're surpassing what they were doing with you, you're probably not the football guy to lead that team to begin with. That's probably not the right attitude to have. Like, you want a dude that's always going to be competitive.
And dude, it's a fine line between that, right? Because you're absolutely right, and that's the setting. Now, if you say that openly, then people, they want to ostracize you. Oh my God, you selfish person. There's a fine line between greatness, and there's a fine line to how you accomplish greatness. And I think there has to be a thin line between when you are selfless and selfish. All the time, every day, I'm out on practice field. I want to lift my guys up. I want to lift them up and raise them up. I want to put the best I can and help them become the best they can be. But 4th and 5, with the game on the line, that's playmaker time.
Yeah, and I bet right now,
that ball to me,
Dak Prescott wouldn't say publicly, or around his teammates at least, like, look at that. Look at you suckers right now without me. But he will probably get to sleep like a little bit more soundly at night, knowing that he's going to have that financial security and he's going to be the guy moving forward after he heals up from that leg.
When he got hurt, I guarantee you, He was concerned. He'll never say it, and I love him. I love him to death. He's a great dude, great friend. I love him to death. When he got hurt, I guarantee you, worry. When you saw Dak crying when he was leaving, all of that weighed on his head that you just brought up. All of that weighed on his head. But over the last 2 weeks, watching the team go without him, his head has calmed down, and he's saying right now, yeah, my money will be there.
Yeah,
I just got to get
okay.
now. I can just focus on the leg. My money will be
actually
there.
might be the
My
best
career.
negotiating technique that he's used so far.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I mentioned the famous workouts and your work ethic. Can you walk us through for the young people that listen to our show who might not might not remember Michael Irvin in his prime, what it looked like maybe during the height of the Cowboys and the height of your partying? How much, like, what time would you get into the practice? How late would you stay out? Practice, then back out. What it look like on a given week?
Well, okay, and here's how it goes. Honestly, guys, and I'll be totally flat with you and up front with you and frank with you, because really I talk about it all the time. And what I was trying to do, what I did, and I could have done things another way, but what I always did, like, I could party and have a great time. And Jimmy would tell us, well, we were in a Super Bowl. He's like, go get away for a couple months. And I would get away. I had some, February and March, all of February, I'm everywhere doing everything. I am absolutely everywhere doing everything. Wilding out. I mean, having a blast, to be honest with you. Somebody asked, said, Michael, how did all of it become a problem? Why did all of it become a problem? I said, because it was so fun. What do you mean? It was so fun. Nobody goes into it saying, man, I'm going to have a problem with this. You go into it and say, man, this is fun. I'm having fun, and the fun overtakes you. And it's okay to have a problem. It's a problem when the problem has you. Now, for all of my life, I could do all of this thing, partying, fun, having fun, chasing women, out drinking, doing all that stuff, catching women, doing all of that stuff. But I did it up till March. My birthday is March 5th. The second weekend in March, which always fell out of my birthday, is when we started back training. So I would always have a blast, and then I had one big time party. Oh, wild out girls, we were getting high, everything. And then after that, I started training, and I never did anything while I was training. Now, during the week of practice, all we would do is Thursday night, we would go out. That was our night out. Thursday night, because Friday's a light day. And Thursday night would be the night that we all go out. We go over to the place, Cowboy Cafe. We have drinks, mess around, chase girls, do whatever, have a good time. But it was really team bonding moments. It was the moments I would say, talk to Big E and say, hey, man, when we have chicken wings and some drinks. About 4 weeks from now, boy, we got Reggie White. You're going to have Reggie White. Reggie White going to be here. The middle stuff defense is coming in. And, you know how you get guys, they talking about it over drinks. It's all good over drink. 4 weeks later, I don't have to be in his ear. I know, and all I do is come up to him and say, big fella, you remember what we talked about over at the cafe? I got him, don't worry about it, I got him. Because that was the bonding moment.
Yeah.
Where I got lost into the parties and having a good time is when I retired. Right? And I go through February, I'm getting high, having a great time. And then March comes around, and I'm still having a good time. And then April comes around, and I say, okay, enough of this. Now I got to get focused on what I want to do next, since I'm no longer playing football. In all of the years prior to that, I've never flunked a drug test, never done anything. I was always able to stop. But now I could not stop. I found myself saying, that's it, I'm not doing this anymore. And then the next weekend, be right back out there doing it. And I had to get some counseling on it and find out what it was all I was doing was switching addictions at the time. I was switching addictions. And when I no longer had the football addiction, to get out of the old addiction would take over. I thought that was fascinating, because once I learned it, I was able to mitigate it and help it, and said, okay, I just got to find something else to throw myself into, like I did football, to come out of this. and that's what I did.
So what was that thing initially that you threw yourself into that you're like, I got to find a new addiction, a healthy addiction to get me away from the destructive addiction?
Well, first of all, I walked in a service, and Bishop T.D. Jakes was there, and it was a phenomenal man. I love him to death, man. And he was preaching a sermon called "Come In Out the Rain." I'll never forget the sermon, "Come In Out the Rain." He was talking about, he said, I know, and it felt like he was talking right to me. He said, I know everybody knows who you are. You got the nice cars and the big houses, and you got on the nice clothes. But people don't know that you're soaking wet in pain. He says, today is your day to come in out the rain. And I was like, whoa, that's talking right to me.
Yeah.
That's it right there. I mean, that was talking right to me. So I went, laid down on the altar, and he came over, because there's a lot of people laying down on the altar. And he laid his hands on me. And then he started saying, he said, he spoke to me. He said, he put me in front. He said, a lot of people have been talking a lot about what's going on, but God can fix everything. God can fix it for you. And when I got up, what he did, he said, Michael, I want to make sure. I want to make sure that you get what you need. He said, you're going to travel with me. So I was traveling with Bishop Jakes. I was his armor bearer. I mean, I carried the Bibles every time we went to L.A., New York, wherever he had to go speak, took me with him. I would carry his Bible, set his Bible up on the stands and everything, and he would mentor me in all the moments between time. And I would see the things that he was doing, and it was just fascinating. We were in L.A. one time, he was speaking, and we were staying over at Beverly Wilshire. The Beverly Wilshire is where we were staying at, the Beverly Wilshire. And I said to him, we were walking around, and this guy had a Rolls Royce. And I was like, man, look at this, Bishop. I was looking at cars the other day, man. This car, $450,000, man. Why would you spend that kind of money on a car? Man, this dude is crazy. And he got upset with me. He was like, son, are we learning anything here? Am I wasting my time? I said, what? What do you mean? I'm just saying I wouldn't spend $450,000 on a car. I mean, it's going to get me to the next place, just like the $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 car. He says, listen, though. He said, listen, you wouldn't spend it on a car, but you spent it on chasing women, flying all over the country, doing all that crazy stuff. He said, so why would you mess with another man if you know you got your own issues? I never thought about it like that. I mean, he was absolutely right. I said, I never thought about it like that. And it opened my eyes like, okay, let me get off that. And what's so funny is, after all of that, I went and brought the damn car anyway. I got the car now.
Because, if you spend the money on that, then that's less than you can spend on the bad shit you're trying to get away from.
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. That's a good investment,
right.
Michael.
Mm-hmm. Since I wasn't, well, no cars are investments because they're depreciating as soon as you leave a lot. But since I wasn't doing that, I had the extra dough to go buy the car. Yes. So I went and bought the car anyway. And I just thought that was a fascinating lesson for me to learn, and I just appreciate all that he did. We walked in, Steve Harvey was doing a radio show, right? And I walked in as an armor bearer for Bishop. And Steve Harvey, when we walked in, Steve Harvey was on the air. He said, oh, my God. He said, everybody, Bishop Jakes just walked in. And he said, oh, my God, because you guys know how much trouble I was getting in at the time. He said, guess who he just walked in with? He said, coming up next, Bishop Jakes, and the man he walked in here with. And I'm going to tell you, if God can save this man, God can save anybody. That next on the Steve Harvey. So I'm like, what the hell was that? I was like, what was that? But I guess he was right. If God can save me, he can save anybody.
Yeah. This might be a dumb question. Well, not dumb question, but a very simple question. What was it like to play on a team that was so dominant? Like, what was it like to go into a Super Bowl being like, we got this? Like, I'm not worried about it. What was that feeling like to be on such a dominating force of nature of a team, which was the Cowboys in the 90s?
It was absolutely nothing like it. It was a high. It was a high above all highs, and probably why I got lost in the other stuff, because I was looking for that kind of a high. You'll never find it. you'll never find it. When you get 53 men that are going out on a football field and we're coming to impose our will. Nothing you can do about this. There's nothing you can do about it. I used to tell guys, hey, your mom, brother, dad, sister, uncle, cousin, niece, and nephew know they're throwing the ball to me on 3rd and 8. And there's nothing any of you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. You just got to endure this. There's nothing. That's the kind of high. But now, to that, though, we didn't start that way.
Right.
You know, what made it great for us is, and why we never lost our way as a team and never started talking about each other in the media, we started, like my first year there in '88, we were 3-13. I came in from Miami for national championship. I may have lost 2 games, 3 games in my whole college career. I mean, we were tearing people up. And then I get to Dallas, and the first thing I say when I get drafted, Cowboys going to the Super Bowl, because I thought I was the key. We got them now. Danny White, get ready. You're going to get the MVP. You get you in the Pro Bowl. We're going to the Super Bowl. And I was such a sore loser. Man, we started that first game. I remember in Pittsburgh, my first game, I catch a curl route, Rob Wilson right there. I take this thing to the distance. I'm like, this is easy. I'm about to kill this league. Man, after I scored that touchdown, they scored. We didn't score anymore. We lost that game. And I was absolutely boo-hoo crying in my locker room. And there were guys coming up to me. And this I'll never forget this, coming up to me and saying, hey, man, come on now. Because I was literally tear crying. I was, he said, come on, man. You got to get this is the NFL. We don't do that in the NFL. Just pick up that check on Tuesday. That blew my mind. I'm thinking I've been working my ass off all my life to get here because I want to compete with the best. And all you guys are talking about is picking up a check on Tuesday? Oh, my God. We went 3-13 that year. The next year, Jimmy Johnson came in, and my coach in college. Dude, when Jimmy came in, y'all know, as brothers, we got this thing. I ain't no snitch. It's a big thing in the black community. I ain't no snitch. Man, Jimmy came in, trust me. It was like Santa. I made a list. I checked it twice. Every dude that touched me and said, don't worry, let's pick up that check on Tuesday. I said, Coach, he got to go. We got rid of all of them. I said, we can't win with that.
Yeah.
We cannot win with that. And then, we still went 1-15 that following year.
Yeah.
So when Troy came in 1-15, then Emmett came in, we went 7-9. But even in the midst of 7-9, I felt the beginning of what you talked about, that dynasty coming together where we walk in any stadium and we knew that we were going to win. It's not even a matter of if we were going to win. It was, how many points you think we'll beat them by?
Right.
So I felt that. And it's funny you bring it up because I as I was sitting there thinking about it the other Sunday, watching games, I said to myself, watching New England, I said, I remember the moment the dynasty ended. Dion came to me and we were talking about something. And I said to Dion, I said, buddy, it's over. I said, it's over. We would not have that feeling where we walk in and say, how many points are we winning by now? We will go into these games now saying, okay, can we win these games? And as I watched New England the other day lose that game, that's the thing I thought about. I said, I wonder if anybody's in the locker room saying the dynasty's over.
Yeah.
The dynasty's over.
And by the way, so PFT and I are both 35 years old, so we remember, like, basically the first football memories are the Cowboys winning Super Bowls. And this was a feeling at the time. Like, I remember being like, oh, it's not the Cowboys are going to win. It's just like, are they going to embarrass the Bills? Like, it was almost like it's a foregone conclusion. We're going to watch the game. Maybe it'll be close. Hopefully it'll be close. Like, that was back when the Super Bowl was always a blowout. But this was a feeling. This wasn't like just a, hindsight's 2020. It felt like this at the time.
In the
too.
Super Bowl.
Right.
Yeah. Do you feel bad about just destroying the Buffalo Bills, like not letting them win one Super Bowl? Is there a small part of Michael Irvin where you're like, man, that was kind of a dickhead thing for me to do?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm going to tell you, the only thing I get upset about is we should have had the record right now for most points in the Super Bowl. We scored 52 in that first Super Bowl. And you guys, we always believe that, hey, the Super Bowl is really the NFC Championship game. It was us in San Francisco, us in Green Bay at the time. But when we went in that game, we scored 52 points. I scored 2 touchdowns in 18 seconds, 2 offensive touchdowns in 18 seconds. It should be at least one of my records that shall last forever. At least I will be in the books forever with 2 touchdowns in 18 seconds. But late in that game, Leon Lett, we get a fumble, and Leon Lett is running all the way back. And if he scores this touchdown, we're at 59 points. That's a record to this day. But he pulls out, he holds the ball out, because that's what I used to do when I went across the goal line wide open. And Don Beebe knocked the ball down. I was so hot at Cat. I was like, Leon, you asked me, did I feel bad about beating them 52-17? No, I was like, Cat, we should have had 59. It would have been a Super Bowl record. How could you mess up?
Yeah.
He said, I was trying to do that thing you did coming across the goal. I said, you're a lineman. There's no sweet in lineman. Just get the damn ball in the end zone. Don't try to do that stuff. But no, didn't feel bad about it whatsoever. What I will say is I do feel bad that while I was in it, I didn't see it like I see it. As we talked about all the things that I did in the offseason, I look back now, I wish that maybe if I didn't do those things, I could have squeezed more Super Bowls out. I could have won more. And you don't think about it at the time, but when you move past that time and look back on it, you're like, man, I should have done more. I could have done more. But I got to try. I'm blessed. We won 3 of them, even though I think we should have won 5 or 6.
This interview with Michael Irvin is brought to you by Draft Top, one of the official sponsors of the Barstool Sportsbook House. Their bar tool, that's what they call it, the Draft Top bar tool, is designed to remove the top of aluminum beverage cans. This is pretty much the best invention of all time. You can drink topless. You'll love what cans have to offer when you can cut that top off them. It'll become smooth, no sharp edges. It's an incredibly smooth edge. It safely turns your can into a cup. The bar tool is American-made. You can experience the full aroma of your drink right out of the can. It's perfect for adding garnishes or mixing drinks. You ever try to squeeze like a slice of lime into a Tecate, a can of Tecate? It's basically impossible to do. If you have the bar tool, slice it right off the top, toss it in there, put your fruit in, enjoy your beer as the brewer intended. Go to drafttop.com, use the promo code Stoolies, get 15% off your purchase of Draft Top today. I'm actually ordering one right now because this is extremely handy. It's a great device. We love the guys over at Draft Top. Get your Draft Top bar tool today by going to drafttop.com and use the promo code Stoolies to get 15% off your purchase today. And now, more Michael Irvin. You mentioned the Don Beebe chase down on Leon Lett. We saw DK Metcalf chase down Budda Baker on Sunday Night Football. Incredible. Like, I coached DK. I'm one of his strength and conditioning and speed coaches. I think I've done my job very well. That, to me...
Very well.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate the comment. That and the Budda Baker and the Larry Allen chase down block. I think you were on that Cowboys team, right? When Larry Allen chased down the Saints linebacker, his ass is 350, 360 pounds,
Right.
outrunning a linebacker to the corner and just wrapping him up like he's a cornerback essentially. What chase down block do you think, or what chase down tackle do you think is the most impressive out of all those?
Both are impressive. Now, and let's break this down here. Larry Allen at 330 pounds running like that is out of this world. And Larry Allen, I thought, was the change. That he was the first one to start changing. We were playing. I had Nate Newton and Derek Kennard. He's a big 340 pounder. I mean, they jolly guys. You know what I mean? If they walked in the door right now, the jolliness walks in 2 minutes before the body does.
Right.
And then when they leave, they're still jolly shaking 2 minutes after they leave. Larry Allen was the first guy I saw that was 340 pounds, built, all solid, like a wide receiver that's 340 pounds. We were playing basketball in the offseason one day, and Larry Allen took over Larry. I dropped the ball off to Larry. Larry took one step, 330 pounds, though. Went up and dunked the ball. Dude, when he dunked, I swear to y'all, this is a true story. He dunked the ball, the whole damn goal fell on him. It fell down. He had the rim like across. on his neck. He's bleeding. His head bleeding. And I said, he said, Marvin, what you want me to do with it? I took the rim off. I said, I got this big fella. I said, you just give me this. You got to go over to the training over at the complex. We got to get to the complex. You know, I told her, the gym people, here's my number. We'll pay for it. I need to get him over here. You just call us and everything. I mean, I was so blown away with his talent. Now you're seeing that in a lot of linemen. Yeah. Tyron Smith. All these guys look like 340 pounds. DK Metcalf. Think about it. When I played, you had the big guy to catch the ball in the intermediary, and then you had the small, fast guy to go deep. DK Metcalf is an amalgamation of all of it. Mm-hmm. He's the big guy that is the fast guy. That's how athletics, and that's how it's grown. It's been phenomenal. Dude, DK is off the chain.
Yeah.
Right now, best wide receiver in the NFL. We watched him because I was at the Combine. You know, him and Antonio Brown, we were all talking when they were coming out at the Combine, right? And these two guys come up, they said, man, y'all, everybody's sleeping on us. They're sleeping on us. I said, what do you mean? You know, they're sleeping on you. Man, I'm telling you, we're the best receivers in this draft class. I'm like, okay. And then you saw the big guys, even at the Combine, they were talking about, well, they don't transition in and out of breaks good enough. They're big, they're too stiff and all of that stuff. But they went to the right place that brought them along the right way. DK Metcalf spending time with Russell Wilson. You know, Russell, I interviewed him. He's talking about all the things that he talked about with DK as they worked out during COVID in the offseason. Can you imagine being mentored by Russell Wilson?
Yeah.
Doesn't get any better than that. And Russell said the kid's only 22 years old. Russell was like, he looked like a gremlin, happy, like, hey, he's only 22. He just extended my career. Yeah. I got something here. I'm going to be playing. I'm going to go put up me some Peyton Manning type numbers. No more beast mode. This is my moment. And that's why they're saying now, let Russ cook, because he has a chef that's working with him named DK Metcalf. Yes. So great job by you, buddy, in the job that you're doing. With
Yeah. What's up with the U? Well, I mean, you guys are never going to be back. Miami, like, what's going on? Well, can't you fix this?
Yeah, and you know what, man? Listen, I don't know if – because I say this. I'm happy to see where they are right now, but when they played against Clemson, you saw the difference. You're good. There's a difference between good and great and elite. And right now, Clemson is elite. Miami is leaving good, getting towards a great football team. I mean, they're doing some good things right now. But getting back to what we were, I mean, the record is still intact. We had 58 straight home wins, home victories. I would think that maybe Alabama or somebody hadn't eclipsed that by now, but no, it's still a record. So it speaks to what we did at that time, and I just think it's something to try to accomplish it again. Mm-hmm. The Cowboys are going through it, trying to accomplish it again. Once you let it go, it's hard to put it all back together, even though I think they're trending now finally in the right direction.
This is pretty much the NFL Network can never let you go, because every time you leave someplace, it goes to shit, right?
Hey, buddy. Hey, you know what?
That was good, right?
I need you talking to them. Yes. I need you talking with them. I need you in my next negotiation.
Yes. Just be like, look at you, look at the U, look at the Cowboys. You really want to do this?
And when I played for Miami in the 80s, they were the team of the 80s. When I played for Miami in the 90s, they were the team. When I played for Dallas in the 90s, they were the team of the 90s. Rich. My guy always says that Rich Del Ripple, who's the PR for the Dallas Cowboys, he said one constant in both of those were Mike Irvin. Now, I hope the NFL Network hears that, and in our next negotiation, you can help me with that.
Yes.
So Michael, you're obviously a very competitive guy. You were talking about playing basketball with Larry Allen earlier, and just like being physical all the time. What was up with your bullshit soft foul calls in the longest yard? It's irritated a lot of us watching that movie.
Yeah, that's a good question.
You're calling Adam Sandler, who's like 5'8", you're calling him for like his elbows being too sharp.
And you know what's so great too? That movie, I love the movie, and I love that they play it all the time. They play the movie all the time. It's always on because they send me those little 79-cent checks that they call residuals. I'm like, you know, and doing the movie was so great about it. When they first called me to do that, guys, my favorite movie, one of my favorite movies was The Longest Yard with Burt Reynolds, the original.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I don't know if we should touch this. I don't know if we should touch it. But Adam, I thought they did a great job with it. One of the things he did, he let me do. I told him, I said, Adam, you know, I was reading the script. I said, this doesn't really sound like me. I said, what you have here doesn't sound like me. He said, I tell you what, Michael, you rewrite it. He said, make sure if it's within a joke, like baby back bitch.
Yep.
I have to keep that in there because the big robot baby back, you know, they play with it. So I had to keep that part in there. But he said, I'll let you write what you need to write, but keeping it around the same area. He said, and if it sounds good, we'll use it. If it doesn't, make sure you know what we wrote. And then he said to me, he said, but understand this. You're not getting any writing credit if you use your own stuff. And you're not getting any more money if you use your own stuff. Mm-hmm. So he did let me write and use my own stuff. And even in that basketball scene that you're talking about, I kept saying, how hard do you want me to go? How real? He said, go hard. He said, you do it. I want to make it as real as possible. So I was like, okay, I can hit you and beat you up a little bit. He said, yeah, beat me up. I said, the check's still going to clear? He said, it'll still clear. I said, okay, then let's do this. And so we did have fun shooting that scene.
Can we talk about some of your tweets? Because you got some good tweets. You tweet from the heart.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about this one.
What's that?
The one from January 2014, all caps. Man, when we played in that cold weather, we was cold.
Right. Now get this. I speak for a living.
Mm-hmm.
I speak for a living. I know we were cold. But
no, that's not even the funny part. It's just like you're basically implying that it was colder.
It's not as cold anymore as it used
like
to be.
Right.
This pussy-ass weather's gotten warmer, which I guess you could say.
Let me tell you how this all happened. And this was my ignorance, too. Right? Because I was, back then, what I had just started tweeting and messing with people, right? And it was during games. And somebody was saying stuff, and I was tweeting back at them literally on purpose like that. Because if you notice, I said something else, but that one didn't carry over like this. I was saying like, boy, them boys show is hitting hard. Not show are hitting. Those guys show are hitting hard. Show is hitting hard, you know, because I was laughing. Everybody, man, Mike, what are you can't talk like this. And I was just laughing and putting more stuff out there, never knowing that this is going to live forever.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
People, I was so ignorant. When was that date again?
2014.
That's when I first started. I didn't know that we'll be in 2020. That has more retweets than anything I've ever accomplished in my life.
But is it true?
Which is amazing.
Is it true? Was it cold? Were you cold back then when it was cold?
It's out. If we're playing in cold weather, it's cold. That was the whole gist of it. That's the whole gist of messing with people, you know. But it's so funny. And now, all the people that see it now, they just say, wow, what a dummy. Who writes like this? You know what I mean? They don't know the gist of it was around us having some fun with people on Twitter during the football game that we were watching, and it was a cold football game.
I love that one, and whenever there is a cold game, it becomes appropriate. And then the other one was
and everybody retweets it.
Every time it's a cold game. The other one is a great just take. You said, this was more recent, you said, since I'm not a beer drinker, maybe it's just me, but I believe that Corona beer should not be running their commercials at this time. Sorry, I want to hear how a Corona gets its lime while the coronavirus is getting lives.
Yeah, and I was serious with that, even though we joked about it. I thought, just let's pull back right now.
Yeah.
You know, and this is what caught me. I was watching some broadcasts, and they were talking about how many lives coronavirus had taken. Mm-hmm. And then the next thing out of that was a commercial about corona. And I understand that it had nothing to do with anything. I understand that. I understand that one had nothing to do with the other. But as we always talk about in this business, the optics didn't look good. Mm-hmm. The optics, you know, I'm feeling something emotional here about losing people to this. And I don't know. Maybe we should have just talked about it as COVID-19 and help Corona beer out. But coming off coronavirus just took 200 and 300,000 lives, and then I got a Corona beer commercial coming on right after that. Talk about Corona gets his line. It was just, I just thought the optics, it wasn't good, and it was, yeah. So I tweeted that. That was
I like that.
Yeah,
one.
the timing was just a little strange. I think that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
One of my favorite appearances that you've ever had on television was back in 2018 when you debated the great Stephen A. Smith on First Take about the Dallas Cowboys. I think it was before a Titans-Cowboys game, maybe a Monday night game, and he was doing his thing, wearing his big cowboy hat. I don't think I've ever seen a sweatier human being in my life than Michael Irvin on that set. Was that real sweat when you were yelling at Stephen A. Smith, or did you splash water on your face beforehand?
No. For some reason, and I had him on my podcast. I swear to you, I had him on the podcast, and I was sitting there talking to him. It's something about him. Stephen A. is a great friend of mine. We both started over at Fox Sports Net with Best Damn Sports Show. We were working that show together way back in the day, and he's a great friend of mine. So we just get into these heavy debates. We don't just do this on TV. I mean, the other day, Sunday when I'm on, he's tweeting, "What, Michael? What garbage are you talking about on TV right now about the Cowboys?" So even when we talk personally, we're still in those heavy debates. And when I had him on my podcast, I said. That's what I said. I got Stephen A. on again. And as I'm sitting there talking to him, I started sweating again. For some reason, this joker just makes me sweat. It's not like I'm nervous. I do TV 5 times a week. You know what I mean? But for some reason, this joker gets under my skin and makes me sweat. But I love him. We have great fun, man. And I'm blessed are we, those guys. Really. To be talking about sports, talking and doing the things that we do, and being able to call it a job.
Yeah.
Like, are you joking?
Yep.
Are you joking? Like, when I come home sometimes, man, and I come home and people ask, "Can you go do this? Can you?" I was like, "What do you mean?" Like, I'm in New York on Mondays and Tuesdays. I'm Wednesday and Thursday. I'm wherever the Thursday night football game is. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I got to be in LA. I'm only home on Tuesday nights, right? And Sunday nights. And you guys want me to go do this, go do this, go do this. I said, I've been working all week. You know what they say to me? You've been working, you've been watching football games and talking.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
But it is work, and we're blessed to have opportunity to call it a job.
Yeah, you're right. And you have a podcast which just came out, what was like a month ago, the Michael Irvin podcast, MIP. But you're right. Like, when we're sitting here on Sunday, we watch 12 hours of football and then talk. Right. And I'm tired, but then I have to think and be like, wait, I'm tired, but I'm also living the dream. Yeah.
Right. But get this now. Get this. And let me help you with your tired. I get more tired at this than I did at playing. And let me explain that, which is fun, which is fascinating here. Think about it. Like, I could play a game. You play a game. Play Arizona, 210 yards in that game, man. I remember Lorenzo Lynch in warm-ups. We're playing the Cardinals. Cardinals. The Cardinals. And this guy, Lorenzo Lynch, Michael, I'm going to be with you all day. You sucker. I was like, oh, okay. I was, thanks for waking me up. Thanks for waking me up today, right? Second play of the game, I go 87 yards. I end up with 210 yards in that game. Killed this guy. I go home, I should be exhausted after that day. But I can't sleep. My mind is racing. I'm thinking about the play that I should have made, the play that got away. Forget the 210 yards, forget the 3 touchdowns. I should have had 300 yards and 5 touchdowns. And my mind races all night. That's why after a game, most guys do a lot of drinking, because the mind is racing all night about what went on in the game. We should have done this or could have done this. We could have won. We could have done this. You can't rest. Your mind is racing. Your body's exhausted, but your mind is racing. So you're having a few drinks to try to not go to sleep, just pass out. But in this, when you're exhausted here in the mind. Mm-hmm. In the body, when the body's exhausted, the mind can still race. When the mind is exhausted, it's shut down.
That's right.
It's shut down. And I said, wow, that's interesting. I mean, I'm on shutdown sometimes after a long Sunday, and I never was on shutdown after a long game on Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a good point. It's a good point.
Respect the media guys out there that not only
it's harder.
It's harder to watch
Podcast,
sports than it is to play sports. I agree with that.
Yeah,
Thank
totally
you.
agree with that.
Thank you for the
That's
respect,
a great
Michael.
point.
Also,
Michael,
my
great
body
point.
is exhausted at the end of the day because we eat like buffalo wings and
just
Chinese food.
slumped over in a chair.
And our
So
posture,
it's harder to podcast than to play in the NFL.
Players have great posture. We have our bodies are just attacking themselves all Sunday.
I just say I'm helping people understand how the body works.
No, you said it. You did it. Yeah,
I would never
I
say that as
appreciate
somebody
it.
that hasn't played in the NFL.
Right.
But since you're the
You've done
playmaker,
both.
you're a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, you've done both,
Right.
so it makes
There's
sense.
physical exhaustion.
Yeah.
There's physical exhaustion, but mental exhaustion is more exhausting.
Yes.
is how I should say that. That's how I should say that.
Before we let you go, I had a little birdie tell me that you had a thing with white tee shots. Like some background with white tee shots. What's that about?
Yeah, and I just learned about white tee shots because I'm a vodka drinker. I usually drink vodka cranberry, and every time if I'm any place, what do I always get? Guys always, I order a drink. Michael, you a big black guy. You drinking that little soft drink? Like, yeah, that's what I drink. I'm gonna have a vodka cranberry. So they always want to have shots. And they always want to do tequila, and I can't do that stuff, man. So one of my boys, friend of mine, he was telling me about that. He was telling me, he said, man, I take green tea. And I said, what is green tea? And he was explaining to me what green tea is. He said, but it's a shot called a white tea. It's a green tea with vodka. I was like, oh, okay. So now I have something when, because you're out, I'm at dinner. Can I buy you a shot? I'm like, I don't want any tequila, but you can get me a white tea. So now a white tea has become my shot to drink. I love it.
That's your go-to drink. That's safe because, if you stay up just ripping vodka or ripping tequila, 2 or 3 of those, and you're going to have a bad night. White tea, it's like a third of a drink for one, and you still look like you're partying.
And I can still do some functioning the next day. It's funny. As a comedian, I love a comedian. He was talking about tequila. He said, you can tell how your date is going to go by what the girl orders. And it's a funny comedian. I don't forget who it was. He said, if she orders a glass of wine, you may be sitting in there talking about a family down the road somewhere. You're going to be talking about what you want to do, getting married. He said, if she orders a beer, y'all may be talking some sports. You might have something right there. If she orders tequila, you just turn around and say, yeah, I'm in there tonight. Because tequila, anytime she orders tequila, you're in there tonight. And I think that's, I guess in my experience, that has proven to be true.
If she orders a Fireball, just get ready to pay the $200 Uber surcharge for cleaning the cab out later.
Tequila is the party starter.
Right.
Yeah.
But tequila is the party starter.
All right, so my last question for you, Michael, this has been great. Final question brought to you by Cross Country Mortgage, America's crazy good mortgage company. Go to ccmlens.com/take to learn more about your future home buying experience or refinancing needs. Equal housing opportunity. The current Cowboys will end where we started. So what is your read on the players basically kind of calling out the coaching staff? And is that fair or foul? Like, from your perspective, do you think Mike McCarthy's in trouble? Do you think it's fair that the players are saying, hey, this system doesn't really work for us, this defense isn't working? Where do you land on that?
Well, obviously, and we don't know the depth of what transpired prior to that getting out. What if these guys have gone to, and I know some of it. I know some of these guys have gone to coaches and tried to make these situations better by talking to them. And they got rid of some people that were talking about the issues that were going on the football team. So now you get people saying, well, that's out of bounds for these guys to go to the media. Not if they've exhausted all other means. And I know Mike McCarthy has come out and said, I have an open door policy and all that. Your door can be open and you can let people come in and spit words, but did you really listen? Mm-hmm. And did you adjust anything? So having an open door policy is not enough. You got to have an open door an open ear and an open mind with an open heart to really make hay on those things and say, okay, listen, I'm willing to listen. And then you argue about, or we talk about people leaking into the press. Like, stop it. This is part of the business. This has been going on forever. We have insiders because people get information that nobody else is supposed to have. That's why we pay them, so they get information. And you guys are leaking stuff from inside. So stop talking about the process of what happened and talk about the process of how to fix what happened, and then you'll be on the right path.
Yeah, that's a good point. Those are really good points. Well,
what do you think they do to follow up on that real quick? Are they going to try to stick with Andy Dalton after seeing what they've seen from him? Are they going to go to Gucci Danucci? Are they going out? Are they going to bring somebody else in?
I will be stealing that, buddy.
Yeah, go for it. JMU legend.
Danucci. I will steal that. I think they'll have to if he's safe and if clears protocol. They'll go back with Andy Dalton. I mean that's why they brought him in. You not want me to say anything about that guy that keeps walking by the camera? I mean, I can pass by and not say anything.
Liam was running out. Yeah.
No. Right? We just can't keep walking by without me saying.
He's got a very small bladder. He needs to drain it every 15 seconds or he explodes.
Yes.
I understand. I have that small bladder too. I want to sue the NFL for that because all the people like we sue them with concussions and all of that. Yeah. I told people, I said, listen, they made me take so many drug tests and I had to hold my pee so much because if I peed early and I couldn't take a drug test, it would be, considered a positive. That I believe I destroyed my bladder, and I want to sue them for that. I believe,
I think you have. I think you have a case.
You would go pee in the morning, and you'd be like, I can't finish peeing because I know that I might have to have some for later. You would store pee.
Oh no, it doesn't affect me that way. It's just right now, like I used to be able to hold it and wait, and I must have done something because now. Oh, my God. And maybe when I got to go to the bathroom, it's look out. I'm running. Like, get out of the way, Put your hands in there. You try to squeeze down on it to make sure nothing. And then you get in there and you let it all go in there, and it's everywhere. It's like, so I think they destroyed my bladder, man, with all them tests, man. I want some compensation for that.
Yes. All right. Well, we'll be your legal team for that. But, Michael, this has been awesome. We appreciate it. Everyone go listen to the MIP podcast. The Michael Irvin podcast. Really appreciate it, man. You're a recurring guest now, so you have to come back on whenever we ask. When the Cowboys have their next implosion and everyone's laughing about them, we'll have you on to laugh in your face about it.
Okay, well, I'll see you next Monday.
Perfect.
See you next Monday. That's what we're talking about. Man.
Yes. All right. Thanks so much, man.
See ya.
Hey, thanks, guys. Appreciate it, guys. Keep doing what you're doing, guys. Anytime you can have number one by your name, man. You've accomplished something. I like to talk on my podcast. I had Daryl Johnson on this time because I said I was going to bring somebody else on, but I watched the game last Sunday and I said to myself, okay, I got to bring Daryl did the game. I said I'm bringing Daryl Johnson on not to break down and analyze the Cowboys, but this is to do the autopsy on the Cowboys. You break down and analyze that is alive. You do autopsy on that is dead, and that right there seems like. It is dead.
Yes.
But keep doing what you guys do, man, and keep telling the story so other guys like you can hear it and hopefully inspire them to do great things. Keep walking your journey, guys.
Awesome.
Appreciate you having me on.
Thanks so much, Michael. Appreciate it.
All right, guys. Thanks, guys.
That interview with Michael Irvin was brought to you by ZipRecruiter. When it comes to scoring great hires for your business, you might be up against some obstacles. Like maybe there are tons of applicants, but difficulty finding the right ones for your job. Or maybe you're finding time to hire, and that can be tough to do while you're running your business. Plus, you're trying to ensure workplace safety. All that stuff is why you need ZipRecruiter on your team. No matter the industry, healthcare to manufacturing to business services, ZipRecruiter makes hiring faster. It makes it easier. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/PMT. First, when you post a job on ZipRecruiter, it gets sent to over 100 top job sites. Then ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology hustles for you to find people with the right experience for your job and invites them to apply. In fact, check this stat out. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate, not an asset. They get a quality candidate. It's a human being within the first day. So add ZipRecruiter to your roster to help you win the hiring game. Try ZipRecruiter for free. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/PMT. That's ZipRecruiter.com/PMT. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Okay, let's finish up with little guys on chicks. Henry, what do you got?
Hey guys, my 35-year-old boyfriend keeps buying sneakers. Is this
Here
a?
we
No, I'm just
go.
kidding. Sup, Hank and our darling Jake. My boyfriend watches a lot of HGTV. I used to catch him with it on sometimes, and he would immediately change it. But now he just watches with no shame multiple hours of the day. I feel like this is a little odd for guys to do. What are your thoughts? I feel like that means he's probably a handyman, so that's a good thing.
So it could,
I like
I think he's trying to get more involved in things going on around the house.
Like all that's going to do is he's going to. If you watch HGTV, you're going to try and do something. Around
Yes.
the house.
Yeah.
Or, well, you could also just watch HGTV all day.
Well,
Like,
there-
I've done
But
that.
if I watch HGTV, I'd be like, all right, let's fucking knock a wall down or something.
Yeah, so there's a danger that he's either going to try to do something awesome for you, or he's going to try to do something to really fuck up the entire house while trying to do it.
Yes.
So maybe ask him to like try his hand redesigning a closet before you have him do anything like in the bathroom. Or
Those,
I was going to say just install a bidet.
yes.
There's some shows that are just pretty much 100%. We're going to put a bidet into this person's house, so when they shit, it's better.
They're great at, like, marathon watches. I feel like that's the best. HGTV. You just get sucked in.
I always like it at the end when they do the shots of the
Yes.
before and after, and then it just
Swipe.
dissolves.
Yeah,
Yeah, it swipes
yeah.
into the new room. To me, that's like almost as sexy as a time lapse.
Uh-huh.
My boyfriend thinks it's weird I have a list of baby names on the notes section of my phone that I've had for years and add to it whenever I think of another good name.
Yep.
Is this weird, and are there any guys out there that keep a list of names too?
Yeah, I totally. I keep a list.
Pretty
of
sure guys'
every,
list of names are just like whatever athletes they like.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Athletes, and then maybe your own dad. That's
Yeah.
that's as far as our creativity goes on that one.
Yes, that is a little weird to have like a list just rocking around a list. It's not that it's weird. It's just probably very intimidating to be like, oh, we got this planned already.
It's less weird to have that list than to have a list of every baby that you've met. I think that would be
You
stranger.
know someone who has that?
No, I'm just saying that would be
Trying to
stranger.
make her feel
That
better.
a cool baby.
This isn't even really a question. It's more of
This
just a
baby's name is
statement.
Alice. She had a great bow tie in her hair.
Hey PMT, my boyfriend always wants to come on my forehead and take his thumb and spread it like around like Mufasa.
Fake,
That's it.
but
Fake,
hilarious.
it's fake.
But hilarious.
We've heard this before.
Yeah, but hilarious.
Who wrote
I don't
that
think
one?
we've heard it, but
the Lion
fake,
King?
but hilarious.
My boyfriend is literally the apple of my eye. I love him with my whole heart, but since this pandemic, I lost my job, and he's been keeping us afloat financially. She spelled financially wrong.
Oh,
Once I get another income, I obviously going to pay him back. In the meantime, how do I show him extra appreciation for everything he is doing for us? That's sweet.
that is sweet. That's really nice.
Make him some pancakes.
Ooh, that's a good one. Pancakes.
Just if you get up before him at all, just do like one thing every day before he gets up, and he'll think that you've been up for hours.
Yeah, make him
And be like,
coffee.
Holy shit, she's amazing.
Make him coffee every morning. Like that would be if you just hand him a mug of coffee
Yeah.
before he goes to work. It's like, oh my god, this is incredible. What are you gonna say, Billy? Be respectful. But what are you gonna say? Suck his dick.
No, laundry and like
No,
what? Like folding
Vacuum, laundry,
Sandwiches.
dishes.
Don't nag him when he's watching football. You know, chick shit.
Let him play video games with his boys. Yeah, you're about to say that,
I did say it.
Billy. I'd like you to apologize.
Billy, we should start doing Billy like life advice. Where a key to a great
was
marriage is letting your husband play video box with his boys.
No, I
Make a mistake and give him a BJ once a month.
Suck
make
his
your
dick
own
while
steak.
he's in the gulag.
You know what I call it? I'm actually a really open-minded person.
Yeah.
You are
All right.
actually. You
This,
are actually.
Billy's actually just been reading
But,
the,
like,
the
is it-
dialogue from the Dan Bilzerian
Isn't
interview.
it stupid when like you know like
when chicks don't suck your dick.
no,
No.
shut up when like
Watching the game with the
when
boys.
it's like you get something and it's like I don't really like this, like maybe like coffee. I don't know. Never mind. Just
What?
like if someone like made you like a espresso or some shit like
And you're like,
girl
I don't like
coffee,
this.
You're like,
and
this
it's like
is
Girl,
chick
wait, did you say
stuff.
girl
Fuck this
coffee?
European
I don't know. I
bullshit.
think like, girls always go like coffee and stuff, and then they're like, "Oh, I made you coffee." You're just like,
Girl coffee.
Why does
What?
this coffee taste good?
Yeah.
What kind of fucked up shit
It's
did you put
fucking
in
girl
it?
coffee.
Anyway,
Anyway.
two pecked women.
Hey, PMT boys, especially Titans hater Big Cat. I'm in my mid-20s
Not a
and
Titans
recently
hater.
came to the realization that I am not the intellectual I grew up thinking I was, i.e. honor roll student. Because meeting guys in grad school makes me feel dumb and hopelessly blonde. But I also know I am not looking for a guy who's only interested in superficial things. I am stuck somewhere in between. So do you guys have any advice on where to find mid-20-somethings who are also in-betweeners, aka dudes who aren't trying to be the smartest, but also aren't loitering at the local drive-thru? The bar? I mean, go to a bar?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I would say
It's not the drive-thru.
the guys who are driving through the local drive-through. That's like one step above just hanging out next to it.
Trade
they got a
schools.
little coin in their pocket.
Trade schools, that's good. Like the Pipe Fitters Union.
Those guys.
Those guys are hard
get it
work.
done.
Yeah, they're fucking. I wish I had skills like that. Honestly, I feel like if I could redo everything, I'd just have like a really sick skill.
If you watch enough
Apprentice
HGTV,
cat.
it's basically the same thing. Yeah, trade school's not bad. Community colleges.
Just hang out at a bar.
All right, last one. PFT and Big Cat. My boyfriend won't ever splurge for himself.
Actually, you know what? Just wear a part of my take sweatshirt. Seriously. Like I feel like the majority of our listeners are as average as it gets.
yeah, let's just
We don't have, like,
suck their dick, and then you
Yeah,
think, oh,
well,
what a...
and Billy would be like,
Yeah.
What?
that's perfect trade.
Self-identify. we'll put like one Billy football sweatshirt up for sale. They'll be like,
Come
you a girl,
talk to me, I'll
get you a girl that can do
Donate
both.
blood.
And it says, let you play video games and give you blowjobs.
No,
in the gulag.
I'm a lot more than that for people out there.
Yeah, you lift as well.
I'm into sports science.
Hey.
Science.
PFT and Big Cat. My boyfriend won't ever splurge for himself on a night out. No matter the occasion, he always just orders some basic chicken entree. At first I felt bad, but now it's just annoying. Our anniversary, we go out to a fancy place. I order a steak and shrimp combo. He orders the house chicken, the cheapest thing on the menu. I offer to pay to encourage him to order something more special occasion-like, but he doesn't. Most of the time, he doesn't let me pay, but even when he does, he just gets one of the cheapest things on the menu.
Yeah.
I ask him why and express my frustration. He says things like, it's what I like, and I'm a simple guy. But clearly, he would want more, wouldn't he? I mean, don't get me wrong. I know it's good to have a significant other without expensive taste, but it makes me feel like I can't buy expensive things. I can eat chicken at home whenever I want. When people go out, they get more glamorous things, right? Am I being crazy? What should I do?
It's tough because I have always lived my life of never be the guy who orders the most expensive thing on a menu. Like the second most expensive thing, yes. So you just need to get him a little bit higher up there. It sounds like you're going to like a steak restaurant. And he's like, "Hey, do you guys have chicken fingers?" That sounds like what he's doing. So you got to find a happy medium, right?
I think just teach him how to say chicken in French. Tell him to order poulet at
Yeah.
a fancy restaurant, and then it seems like he's a grown-up.
I do you guys do the same thing? You ever order like the most expensive
no,
thing? I'm
no.
always like, I
The
don't know.
move is
For a work trip? Absolutely.
Yeah, or-
PTO, Hank.
Yeah, when on vacation, then obviously he's not going to spend that much money. But if it's coming out of our pocket, then yeah.
No, I do on vacations too.
No, it's second most expensive is the correct move.
Yes.
Unless like if it's a rare occasion where there's like some big baller next to you and he or she is like, you have to try this.
Well,
if somebody says you
just get
got to
two
try
brunches.
this.
You can also do it if someone else gets the most expensive thing. You can do I'll have what he or she is having. That way you didn't actually order it. You just jumped on, which I actually don't like. I think that's a lame move. Pick your own food. But if it's the number one choice, the most expensive, you can do it then.
Or just tell them that like bring your own coupon. Be like, I got a half price on that thing.
Yeah,
People
what do you
still
say,
use
Billy?
coupons?
What do you
He's
say?
cheating. He's paying for multiple dates.
Oh,
He's
yes.
budgeting.
I
Sorry.
like that, Billy.
Hate to break it to you.
Damn, I didn't even
That
think
guy.
about that. You're right.
Or he's
You're
got a drug
absolute-
habit.
Well, yeah.
Probably drugs.
Yeah.
Probably maybe both.
Both.
Nodding
yeah.
off.
He's cheating on you with his dealer.
He fell asleep in his bowl of soup.
Uh-huh.
All right. Numbers and
8.
fact.
18.
35 kangaroos can't jump backwards.
25.
8.
Neither can frogs.
8.
Kangaroos actually have huge claws.
17. Dude, that video of the
They
kangaroos
could
fighting,
definitely
Yeah, it was
fuck you
awesome.
up.
look at like floating.
8.
I'm a feminist.
8. Oh, 8 almost went up there.
51.
61.
I feel like we've gotten 61 like
Yeah.
3 times.
We're never going to get
all
this.
sucks.
It's crazy. How are we never going to get it?
People just tweet me numbers all day now.
61's never happened.
All right. Oh, nice. You got the whole thing. All right. We'll see everyone Friday. We got a great guest coming on Friday. Great guest. Old time friend.
Love you guys.
Just two sheeshas.
Sheesh. Sheesh. Sheesh.
Drinking the wine. I don't care that it's not time, I'm drinking anyway. I like some reds, like some whites and rosé. Drink after me. It's too later to get drunk now. You did it too early. You did it too early, dude. Here we go. Here we go.
Everyone's gonna hate this.